Hello and welcome to the Zotero webinar series through the Graduate Writing Center at Teachers College, Columbia University. If this is your first time joining us for the series, welcome. If you are joining us for a second or third time, welcome back. My name is Catherine Chang-Stahl. I'm one of the consultants at the Graduate Writing Center, and I'll be your host or tour guide through this virtual journey. So if you are viewing this particular webinar, it means that you are convinced that Zotero is a software that you might benefit from. So I'm assuming at this point, you are interested in learning the steps of downloading and setting up the software so that you can start reaping the benefits of Zotero. One of the things I wanted to start out with is just an overview of what Zotero can do for you, because beyond just being a reference management software, there are many more functionalities built into the software itself. So citation management software or reference management software such as Zotero, Mendeley, and EndNote are all excellent for storing and organizing your references and even your PDF files. But beyond serving as a storage and organizational tool, Zotero itself can also help you with writing and in-text citations. So there is a cite as you write function that's built into Zotero, making it very easy for you to use the software alongside Microsoft Word or even Google Docs. There will be a later webinar if this is the functionality you're interested in. In addition, Zotero can be used to generate reference lists with just the click of a button. So if you're someone who is manually typing up your references and formatting them per APA style, you can really benefit from a streamlined way of generating these reference lists with just, again, a click of a button without worrying about formatting italics, underlining, etc. One of the newer features of Zotero, in part due to the many plugins that are compatible with the software, is the function of note-taking. So this used to be one of the major pluses of Mendeley, but Zotero now has the capacity to extract annotations as well as highlights from a PDF document and importing that directly into the software itself. And finally, other students will use Zotero for research purposes and for collaborating with other students or faculty members through the group library functionality. So if these uses sound helpful to you, then let's go ahead and talk about the kind of the nuts and bolts of using Zotero. So the first thing you'll have to do is download Zotero, and the best way of doing this is just to go to the main Zotero website. Whether you use a PC or a Mac, Zotero is compatible with both of these interfaces. And so once you go on the website, you will see a page that looks like this. So let me take you there. All right, so this was actually the page if you were undecided and you want to learn more about the different software. But this is what the Zotero web page looks like. You basically hit the download button. And I have a Mac. If you have a Mac, then you would click on this download button here. If you're using Windows, you would click it there. So once you click it, you just go through the regular directions for setting up an application within your computer. While we're on this topic, I also wanted to point out the Zotero browser connectors, which allow you to very easily pull citational information to start populating your library. I will be going into another webinar to talk more about this, but while you're downloading the Zotero application itself, I would recommend that you also download either the Chrome connector or the connector for other browsers. But I think that Chrome works best with Zotero, so this is the one that I would highly recommend. All right, so let's go back to here. So once you have your browser connector set up and you've downloaded Zotero, then the next thing to take a look at is the add-in options. So in preparation for citing as you write, which is one of the functionalities of Zotero, it's important that you download the add-in for Microsoft Word. So the way that you go about doing this is you would go into Zotero Preferences, which is going to be one of the menu drop-down options. And under the Cite tab, you will select word processors. So if you look at the screenshot on the right, you will see the option to install Microsoft Word add-in. Simply click on that. You might have to restart Microsoft Word and also restart Zotero, but once you do so, you should be able to see a new icon, or rather a new menu item within Microsoft Word that allows you to cite as you write. So if that's a functionality that you're interested in learning more about, then I encourage you to watch one of the other webinars that's specific to using Zotero for writing and citing. On the left, you'll see that there are multiple styles that are built into Zotero. These are citational styles. The citational style that we use at Teachers College is the APA 7th edition. Chicago Manual, sometimes used in particular departments, but I would say that APA 7th edition is considered the unofficial style at Teachers College, since there is no official style. So if you need to add additional styles because you are submitting a particular manuscript for publication, you can go into this preference menu and get additional styles. All right. So once you have Zotero downloaded, you will see basically a screen that looks like this. This is just providing you with a general overview of what Zotero looks like. So there are a few things that I'm going to point out. On the left-hand side, you basically see your library. And here I have a series of kind of folder icons for my collections and sub-collections. These are basically folders and subfolders. So the organization that I have here works for me. And if you're interested in learning more about how to use Zotero, how to organize your files, and really streamline kind of your storage options, I would recommend watching one of the later webinars. What you see right in the middle are basically all the references for a particular collection that I have. So currently I have one of my collections highlighted, and everything in that folder you see in this main window. You can organize by title, the creator, the year. You can also add additional filtering options. And the last thing I'll point out very quickly is on the right-hand side, you see another window that has the information of the source that's being highlighted. So this is basically the citational information, including the item type. In this case, this is a journal article, the title, the author, the publication. Since it's a journal article, here it also shows the volume, the issue, the page number, the DOI code is also there, and the URL. So these are citational metadata that you would need in order to create your reference entry for a bibliography. But if you have the Zotero browser connector downloaded, then with the click of a button, all of this metadata can be pulled right into Zotero with the click of a button. So that's a feature that I'll introduce you to in a subsequent webinar. But for now, I just want to give you a brief overview as to what to expect once you are inside Zotero after having downloaded it. All right, and so moving on, this is back to the preference menu. So the preference menu is where you set up how you want Zotero to work for you. So another thing I wanted to highlight here is under the general tab, which is the first tab that you see, there's an option for how to handle your files. So you'll see that I have a number of things checked off because it works for me, but essentially file handling asking you whenever you have a PDF available for a particular reference, do you want that PDF file to be downloaded as part of your Zotero library? I personally really enjoy having Zotero be a file storage tool in addition to a reference management tool. So that's why I had PDFs checked. But if you're someone who has a different system of managing PDFs and you simply want Zotero for storing your reference data and not the file, then you might want to uncheck some of these. And then if you look near the bottom, again, if you are copying items between your libraries, such as between your personal libraries or between personal and group libraries, what kinds of items do you want copied over? So you can also select particular functions there. I'm now going to direct your attention to the right of the screen. So under the Sync tab, you will find the option to sync your citational data within your local Zotero with a web library. So in one of the earlier webinars, I introduced you to the web library, which is essentially the same library that you have, but allows you to access the same citational reference information with the web account that you create. So if you are interested in kind of data syncing so that you can access your citational information anywhere you have access to the internet, then I would highly recommend creating an account and then linking it to your Zotero downloaded on your computer. So here you can see my username. I'm already logged in. So now that I'm logged in, I can choose to synchronize automatically all the information that I put in there. So any updates that I make to my local library will also synchronize across all my devices that have Zotero downloaded on them, in addition to synchronizing across the Zotero web server. All right, so I think those are the key features that I wanted to highlight in terms of just getting started with Zotero. I've already kind of walked through the different citational styles for when you're ready to cite as you write. We talked about the add-in for Microsoft Word. I will also be introducing how to use Zotero with Google Docs if you're interested in a subsequent webinar, but you should have all the things you need just to get started now. So here again, I'm just really quickly showing you the online Zotero library, which has all the information that your local library would have. And so if you have an account, all your data will be synchronized across. So with that said, thank you very much for watching this particular webinar. If you found this to be helpful, we would really love your feedback. There are several other webinars coming up. So if you're interested in the next part to your Zotero guide, please follow along.